well, let's get going. Call the meeting to order. Can I get a motion on the minutes?
I'll make a motion to accept the minutes as written.
We have a second?
Second.
All in favor? Keith?
There's really no update to the financials. It's the same financials that were presented at the board meeting. I just want to, we get to the checks and vouchers later, that there will be an additional check run that's going to be run after the meeting, presuming the approvals of the couple of resolutions that are there. Just so you're aware. And we'll add them in with next month's totals on the financials.
All right, any questions? All right, thank you, Keith. Does somebody want to take the 401k safe harbor plan?
What do
I'm
you
not
want
sure we
to?
need anything, Chris. Is we all set at this point until we get the documentation from human interest?
Yes, Keith. So what I understand is that Rich has signed the human interest service agreement in accordance with the prior approval, and they are now supposed to be preparing your plan agreement documents. So they would be meeting with you to go over those, Keith, and in between now and the next EC meeting, they should be getting everything ready so that the EC could authorize execution of those plan documents as soon as we have the next meeting. Should tail just perfectly.
Can I ask you if it's just Keith or whether I should be there?
You should, yeah. I mean, I think that's probably a good idea because this is, I mean, that's why I wanted to see these documents, because I want to make sure they're consistent with what you guys had intended. So certainly, I think, why don't you and Keith coordinate that with from human interest? I think that's a good idea. And then I'll look at the paperwork when it comes back. Yep.
Right, I have online an agreement with Joel to go through and start doing the setup for the organization, putting in the names and tax ID numbers and all that type of stuff. And once all that's in, then they generate their documents and we'll send it.
It's probably fairly straightforward, but I'm assuming they have or can get on and just talk to the 4 or 5 of you guys, whoever's interested in doing this. 1, 2, 3,
Yeah.
4.
Yeah, they should also do that. They should have a meeting to explain the plan and the program, right?
Yes, that's in the book, in the works.
Right.
Okay, great. So just let me know, Keith, and I'll come up, unless he's going to Zoom, that's okay too.
Yep. It'll probably be Zoom. He's in New Jersey or something like that.
Okay.
That sounds like we've got a solid plan going forward. Kevin, you want to do project updates?
Sure. Okay, we are getting wrapped up on construction for a few projects that'll be submitted to the DEC for final credits through its program in the amount of about 36 kilograms. We are looking to get out to award construction today on SEEP 715 in Scalpino Park, which is for porous pavement and a bioinfiltration practice within the parking lot there. We are finalizing any new submittals for projects to the DEC to keep pushing forward with everything and tying in some installation agreements for catch basin insert projects, which are going in. And we plan on having a lot of those catch basin inserts going in over the course of the next few months and into the winter. And design is proceeding on all open projects currently. We will wait to hear any guidance from the DEC for years for completed, finalized determination for years 11 through 15 before looking at any of those projects, and keep pushing ahead on all open things.
Any questions?
No, we had a
All
good, I know in North Salem on one of the projects that he's working on. So.
Yeah, we're close on channel stabilization project in North Salem and catch basin inserts there as well, which will be a big swing of kilograms for the corporation. So look forward to wrapping those up.
All right, Kevin, you want to talk a little bit about Tilly Foster or?
Okay, so as you all know, Tilly Foster's been around as an open project for us for several years. To provide a brief summary on it, it is a municipal reimbursement with Putnam County for channel stabilization and the installation of the wet extended detention pond. Both projects are completed on site and have been submitted to New York State for credits in the amount of 21.4 kilograms. Through the course of construction, Putnam County exceeded the value for the original reimbursement agreement that we had in place. They came back and requested that East of Hudson consider amending that reimbursement agreement to allow for additional costs to be picked up by the program and have a shared cost by the county. We've negotiated with them, the EOH staff, and President Williams sat down with them recently, and we went through what open items were there, what bills were being submitted to the corporation for consideration. We've segregated any items that we felt were appropriate for the county to pick up, and looked at costs that corporation can pick up as well, and are recommending that in an effort to assist the member municipality, that we amend the existing reimbursement agreement for East of Hudson to pick up $377,462.87. Total construction cost would be at just shy of $515,000. As you can see, this project was extremely efficient value for the corporation. Even with the new proposed dollar value, we're still short of $20,000 per kilogram, which is it's the type of project that we would bank on every day.
Keith, you've gone through everything. You're comfortable with all the documentation?
Yep, we've looked through it a couple different times and had them make changes as needed.
Can I ask just a math question here? I'm looking at this. You said at 20,000 times 21 kilograms, that's 420,000. You're saying it's costing 514, or we're just in it for 377? Is that what you?
Total cost is 514. We would be in it for 377.
Okay, so the overall project costs more than the 17K per kilogram, but
yes,
we didn't pay it. Okay.
All right, there is a resolution that's been prepared to authorize the change. Somebody like to make a motion on that?
Yeah, I'll make a motion approving the resolution.
I'll second.
This one.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. All right, moving on.
That was Matt doing that, by the way. Matt Slater. I have his proxy.
Oh.
If anybody wants to get upset with it was Matt. So
That did it.
Linda, you'll record. I don't think you proxy a motion. That's there.
damn, I've been doing that for many years. You screwed my whole.
Okay. All right. All right.
All right, Mount Kisco, the legacy change order.
yes. Okay, so MKNC 22 is a year before project that involves installation of dry swales, sand filters, and was partially installed over the course of the last 2 years or so. We were at the final stages of construction when it was discovered that there were existing utilities within areas of the proposed dry swales. These utilities did not come up in the record search that was conducted during the design phase several years ago, but nevertheless needed to be led to us having to realign those dry swales to close out the construction process. and move forward to wrap up the construction so that we did not incur any delays. This cost came in after negotiation at about $35,000 to increase the total construction cost to $660,000. As you can see, this is a project that's already was towards the upper limits of the efficiencies that we like to hold on our projects, but we have to keep in mind that that is with a target of $70,000, $75,000 efficiency. We balance these out with lots of other more efficient projects to keep the program at a number that we like to run at. So this work had to be completed on site to not incur any delays by the contractor, and we're actually currently looking to close out construction within the upcoming days.
Anybody have any questions?
I don't.
Do we have a resolution on this?
Yes,
Let's hear it.
we do.
All right. Would somebody like
Motion.
to move the resolution?
Motion.
Do I have a second?
I'll second.
Are you seconding or is Matt seconding?
I'm thinking, well, I was gonna say Matt, but Christine screwed my whole thing up here, so it'll be me.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
You can only do that once or twice, and then they don't give you the proxy anymore, so.
That's true. But then they'd have to show up. How about we talk about Southeast DB 715?
Okay.
Hey, you know
Southeast
what
EB
you do?
715 is for the installation of permeable pavement and bioinfiltration on site in Scalpino Park, as noted earlier. We had 5 bids come in, which ranged from 401,000 to approximately 800.
Outlier.
This project was designed and will be administered by Insight Engineering. We have a letter of recommendation to move forward with awarding the project to Yonkers Excavating. I don't recall if we've ever worked with Yonkers. However, they've been involved in submitting projects to us throughout the entire length of the program. So we're very familiar with them. Insight Engineering reviewed all references that they had, and it's our recommendation that we move forward with Yonkers and award them the project.
Anybody have any questions?
Can you roll down to the, I'm sorry, I don't have it open. Can you go down to the cost again? I thought contact was contact 402 or 401? Okay, sorry.
Contact was 402. Honestly, I've never seen one of our projects come in that close.
Well, you know, it kind of means
number,
that
so it was interesting.
that's actually good. Specs are somewhat reasonable. The 800 is like a Hail Mary pass.
Yeah.
Hopefully nobody else proposes anything and we get it.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay, so are you looking for somebody to make the motion then to,
Well, I have a quick question for Kevin before we move this forward. When we do projects like this, we award the project. Is there a pre-construction meeting held out in the field with everybody?
Yes.
All right, so that would be the time to put eyes on the plans and make sure that everything is the way it's supposed to be and.
Correct. Well, we look to do that beforehand to answer that question, but any questions, anything that we necessarily may miss that the contractors find, they'll submit any questions to us and we address those in addendum.
Because I want to emphasize, we've got 2 projects now, I think that some of us are a little concerned with, that there were some big things missed. And we've got to make sure that doesn't continue.
Agreed.
So as long as you're doing a pre-construction meeting, Warren, you want
Yes.
to make the motion?
I will make the motion. When's the pre-construction meeting, by the way?
It's a
It's
meeting where
always-
the design engineer, our staff, and the contractor will meet out in the field and go through the plans and make sure that there's no hiccups on the plans compared to field conditions.
No, I know what it is. When is it?
Oh,
It's always at least a week before bids are due.
And I'm assuming this is something, we're talking about the one in Scopino Park, right? Or is
Yes.
this, did you just move? So SE, is this Mount Kisco or is this Southeast? Southeast.
Southeast.
So is this something Tony wants?
Well, I mean, as much as anybody wants a retrofit within their municipality, Tony is aware of it. We have the installation agreement in place. And this project, if I remember correctly, it was actually part of the original year 6 through 10 work plan that came into us. So town of Southeast has been along for the entire process.
Okay. Yeah, the only thing I would suggest is that, you know, and Rich already said it, at 85,000 a kilogram, it's kind of up at our limit. So hopefully we won't have any overages anyplace. So did you need
Agreed.
somebody to second or make the motion?
Who's making the motion?
I'll make the motion.
Do we have a second?
Yes.
I'll say
All in favor?
aye.
Aye. Okay.
I
O&M.
found out what's wrong with this PC. I'm using the mouse for the other PC. Now I can make
That'll
the
do it.
screen. I couldn't read it. I thought it was broken. Oh my God. It was about this big on my screen.
All right, O&M updates.
Okay, the big item, I think, for the O&M update is that I've been working with Christine's office to determine whether or not we could utilize the existing blanket purchase order that was out from Nassau County to utilize that purchase order to go forward with maintenance on our catch basin insert projects that are out there. Because it's time to start replacing those filters, address those basins. We felt that it's in the best interest of the corporation to instead go out on our own RFP and get replies for the services. Because while that blanket purchase order would cover any municipality within New York State, technically we do not serve as a municipality, even though we are composed of municipalities. So we will be going out to bid on that. I'm expecting probably very similar results of what that blanket purchase order is. But we want to make sure that we keep it moving forward and that we can utilize an outside contractor for these projects moving forward, because a lot of these will be going on private property and within homeowners associations where many municipalities would not want to enter. So we hope to have that for award. I don't know that it'll be the November meeting because that's an early executive committee meeting. I believe it's the 18th, but certainly by December, so we can address any open contracts, maintenance, and hope to have kind of a unit price line item so that we can continue to utilize that contract moving forward into the next calendar year.
Evan, do you have the RFP ready to go?
75%. I'm going to circulate to the technical committee for any comments and
You
and to make sure it's
circulate it
shaped.
to the executive committee as well?
We do that. Yep.
Thanks. All right, any other business?
He was just talking about OEM on non-municipal properties and stuff, but we have the contact jellyfish. We're just out sucking them out. And of course, the truck knocked the motorcycle over and we just got sued for $5,500.
Oh,
Which their insurance company already paid them on a bike that's not worth that much. It was scuffed. The front of it was scuffed. And so, you know, the roads aren't wide enough in a lot of these places. They're really driveways. And that's the problem with somebody trying to do maintenance. But anyway.
all right. No other business. I'll take a motion to adjourn.
I have a question.
Yes.
So I joined you a little late. I got in about 6 minutes late. Did you do the amendment to the stormwater retrofit with Putnam County?
Is that the Tilly Foster one? Which one are we talking
Yeah,
about?
Vinny, it's all done.
Yes.
Yes.
It's all finished. I'm sorry I was late coming on, but I couldn't, had technology problems again here in Patterson.
Well, you're on twice.
No, hey, listen, I'm in Patterson. I've got no problems.
Well, you're not in Putnam County, Patterson. This county building is horrible, horrible. I'm on twice because I don't have a way to dial in and have my computer at the same time. So you have a voice for me sometimes, and I have to dial in for the actual Zoom.
A disembodied voice. In terms of new business, the money that the senator and the assemblyman got us for some of the sewer septic stuff, where is that? Well, have you heard back from? I don't think I sent you.
No,
something.
I've not heard back from DEC. I believe DEC is waiting for me to give them a scope of work, which I'm working on.
Okay, so you need more input from other municipalities?
Well, the input that I got from a lot of, I didn't get any input from a lot of municipalities. So
Yeah.
I'm not done assembling all that. If anybody else has anything, that would be great. I think I've got, Patterson, Lewisboro, I've got you, Warren.
Well, I have maps. I have new stuff now, newer maps, updated maps and stuff that I can get you, but tell me what
That'd
you
be
need.
great.
I don't want to just
Okay.
put you with a bunch of crap.
Rich, you should have new councils too.
Yep. Pauling, I think I've got Kent, Carmel. But there's a lot of them out there. I don't think I have anything from Somers. I don't think I have anything from Yorktown.
Okay, being that I'm Matt, I'll write that down. Okay,
But it's on the list. I had to get my budget done first, so.
yeah, we're.
Always- always
And
fun.
when the time comes, the corporation is already set up in the grants gateway to receive New York State funding. So when that time comes, then we're ready to move forward with that. We'll wait for
Well, let me
direction.
just tell you, when you say funding, this is, do we have to get on Grants Gateway to get this money from the state?
Yeah.
Oh, okay, because the CWSRF money for clean water sewer stuff and the WIA stuff for sewer, they require that you have a map plan report done and a district laid out first before you can get any grants through that. So if any of us anticipate applying for anything else, the date is this November 22nd. We're not going to be ready because we don't have the district created, but probably next year.
All right. Anything else?
Yeah.
All right. Can I get a motion to adjourn?
So moved.
I have a
Sabrina
second.
waved. I think Sabrina either made it or waved, or I don't know if that was the first or second.
Can't really make it. I'm just a technical.
Oh, you're like this. Yes, please.
Yeah. See ya.
Gotcha. Yeah, I'll second it then.
Everyone have a
All
good
right,
day.
everybody have a safe and happy Halloween.
Thank
Oh.
you.
Thank you.
Bye.
Bye-bye.
Thanks.